3, 2, 1.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the very first ND TV broadcast.
My name is Kevin Gould, and beside me is Keaton Sorensen.
In this series of broadcasts, we will be giving you up-to-date interviews, highlights, and stories around campus.
Let's get right into it here, Keaton.
Alrighty, our first story today comes from Jesse and Andrew as they give a warm welcome back to Notre Dame.
Let's hand it over to Jesse and Andrew.
Thank you, Keaton and Kevin. This is our welcome back feature, including the first week back in classes, the football pep rally in red and white, and opening day mass.
My first week at Notre Dame, I really liked it. It was like very different though. I was really shy. Didn't really know anyone. I knew like 4 people only, just because I played basketball with them. But then I got to meet new people, and then I got more comfortable. It was really nice.
So the event I enjoyed the most was definitely Rodeo Day. It was really competitive and everybody got into it. So everybody was wearing their house colors, and especially all of the returning kids. They were really excited and really into it, and so it just made the whole experience a lot of fun, and I made a lot of friends from it.
Now let's check out what Blue and Dustin made for us for Rodeo Day.
Thanks, Blue and Dustin. Now on to campus news. Our first story today is National Women's Day. For the last 3 years, our school has been taking part in International Women's Day, and this day is designated for the celebration of women throughout society in hopes of bringing to attention of women's right or the lack of thereof.
The first year excluded male students altogether, and the previous year segregated the two genders into International Men's Day and International Women's Day. Now in its 3rd year, some students are asking that administration amalgamate the celebrations so that students of both genders may learn and celebrate each other.
A number of students are calling for the removal of this celebration altogether. Though Friday, March 8th, is the designated day for the celebration, one student is getting involved early in hopes of achieving a United Women's Day.
The anonymous source told NDTV, "Feminism is the advancement of women in order to achieve equality among sexes. Excluding the male students completely compromises the ideology as it excludes male students from learning and celebrating."
Another student said that since International Women's Day is a celebration of womanhood, the female students should be able to celebrate in comfort without the presence of male counterparts.
Though there is no plan in place to change the tradition, a definite answer will be given in March.
Video games have become a staple for entertainment in recent years, with over 50% of Canadians owning a gaming console. But at Notre Dame, only house leaders are allowed to have them in their rooms.
This decision was made by the leadership committee to get students in the school to focus more on their schoolwork and athletics rather than playing so much video games. And because parents have brought up complaints about how students have played so much video games over the summer rather than spending time with their families.
Some positives of this rule is that students now have more reason to do homework and study or go work out, which could lead to a higher average and better teams as the year goes on. So what's your opinion on this, Kevin?
Well, I don't see there's anything wrong with it as long as you got your schoolwork and other stuff done, and obviously that stuff is the #1 priority. But as long as you got other stuff done, I don't see anything that's wrong with it. What about you?
Well, I believe that Notre Dame matures us for later in life, and if we can control ourselves not to play games, I believe we will become matured faster.
And finally, staff member Dawn Frode's Class of '99 did a fundraiser for suicide awareness. Dawn raised $5,500, and for every $10, she rode 100 meters, which was a total of 55,000 meters, or 55 kilometers.
She rode for a total of 5 hours. The money was donated to Journey to Hope, Moose Jaw. When asked what inspired her, Dawn has this to say. "I'm so humbled by the donations, outreach, and the support. Just looking back at how many people started to have conversations with me about their own stories or talking to each other, I did not do this alone. If we did on Friday night has impacted someone positively, then we have accomplished what we set out to do. It was never about the row, it was just about the Journey to Hope Moose Jaw Inc. and raising awareness around suicide. The $5,720 everyone donated will make a difference, and for all of that of us deserve to be proud."
5,800 suicides take place in Canada annually. Suicide is the 7th most common cause of death for males in Canada. Just Saskatchewan alone has an 11.46% suicide rate per 100,000 people.
Just remember, if you ever need help or someone to talk to, you're not alone. You can call such a place like the Mobile Crisis Service.
Alright, so today we have Wyatt Lightfoot here for an interview.
Hi.
Yeah, so you're a pretty good badminton player, is that right?
I guess.
Yeah, so how old were you when you started playing?
Well, I've been playing for fun since I was 3, but competitively I've been playing for 3 years.
Yeah, awesome. So, and you are on the first Canadian para badminton team, right?
Yeah.
So, is that fun, cool experience?
Yeah, it's pretty cool being only 15 and being on the first national team. And I'm with 40-year-olds and 30-year-olds, so it's kind of cool.
And so, how many tournaments and competitions do you go to during a year usually?
Well, this past year I've been in Ireland, Colorado, Brazil, and had a national tournament in Vancouver, BC.
So I see you're hoping to play in the 2020 Olympics.
Hopefully, but if I don't make it, I can still go for 2024 and 2028.
Yeah, so what are you doing to train for that tournament?
Well, I work out in the gym with my brother and do strength and conditioning, and then I have badminton practice in the city for practice.
Alright, well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the interview, Cam. Now for some sports highlights.
Tune in next week, 7:45, Saturday night. Be there, be square, in Swift Current. Here we have Jalen Ross, first time out here, having
Wow, look at those amazing hounds. Let's check out what we have next coming up on campus.
These are the days we've been waiting for. On days like these, who could ask for more? Keep them coming, 'cause we're not done yet. These are the days we won't regret. These are the days we won't forget. These are the days we've been waiting for.
Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to check in with NDTV next time.
For this broadcast, I'm Kevin Gould,
And I'm Keaton Sorensen.
saying thank you and have a great rest of your day.
In hopes for us to...